Your macarons are trying to tell you what went wrong. Once you learn to read the clues, every batch gets better. Macarons have a reputation for being difficult, but they rarely fail without leaving evidence behind. Every crack, every hollow shell, every missing foot, and every sticky bottom points towards something that happened during the baking process. Today, I'm going to show you how to recognize those clues, explain what caused them, and most importantly, show you exactly how to prevent them the next time you bake. The first mistake is easy to see, but most people misdiagnose the cause. A macaron without feet doesn't automatically mean the recipe failed. It means something prevented the shell from rising the way it was designed to. Those tiny feet tell you more about your batter than almost anything else. Think of the shell like a lid on a pot. As the batter heats, expanding air pushes upward. If that lid is strong enough, the pressure escapes around the base, creating the familiar ruffled feet. Now compare these two macarons. One developed beautiful feet. The other stayed almost flat. The recipe may have been identical. The difference usually comes from the batter consistency, resting time, or baking temperature. If the batter is overmixed, it spreads too easily and doesn't build enough upward pressure. If it's undermixed, it remains too stiff to expand properly. If the shells haven't rested long enough, the surface stays weak and can't direct the pressure downward. Instead of changing everything at once, correct one variable at a time. That's the fastest way to discover exactly what your macarons are trying to tell you. Now comes the mistake that tricks even experienced bakers. From the outside, these two macarons look almost identical. Inside, they couldn't be more different. A hollow shell isn't really empty. It's missing the structure that should have supported it. Imagine building a house. The roof may look beautiful, but if the framing underneath is weak, everything eventually collapses. That's exactly what happens inside a hollow macaron. The outside sets first. The inside never develops enough strength to support it. Now compare these interiors. One is completely filled. The other has a large empty pocket. That difference usually begins with the meringue. Strong, glossy meringue creates the framework that supports the shell throughout baking. Overfolding removes too much of that structure. Underfolding creates uneven air pockets. Then oven temperature determines whether everything has time to set correctly before the shell finishes rising. When you understand the structure inside the shell, hollow macarons become much easier to diagnose. The next mistake looks dramatic, but the real cause usually happens long before the crack appears. And once you understand why the pressure escaped, preventing cracked tops becomes much more predictable. A cracked shell isn't the problem. It's the symptom. The crack is simply showing you where the pressure escaped. Think of blowing up a balloon with one thin spot. The pressure doesn't spread evenly. It breaks through the weakest point. Now compare these two shells. One rested long enough to form a dry surface. The other went into the oven while the top was still soft. Both experienced the same heat. Only one had enough strength to control the expanding steam. If your batter is too wet, the shell hasn't dried completely, or your oven temperature rises too quickly, the pressure forces its way through the top instead of creating beautiful feet underneath. The crack isn't the real problem. The crack is simply pointing you toward it. Now comes the mistake that usually doesn't appear until you think you've succeeded. Everything looks beautiful until you try picking one up. Sticky bottoms aren't stubborn, they're unfinished. Now compare these two shells. One releases cleanly, the other tears apart. The difference usually isn't force, it's moisture. The tops often finish baking before the bottoms do. That leaves just enough moisture trapped underneath for the shell to cling to the baking surface. Removing them while they're still warm can create the same problem because the interior hasn't completely set. Humidity may also slow the drying process, while different baking surfaces sometimes require small adjustments in baking time. Instead of pulling harder, let the shells tell you what they need. If they don't release easily, they probably aren't ready yet. You can fix every shell problem and still lose the entire batch in the final 2 minutes. Because beautiful shells deserve a filling that supports them. The filling should complete the macaron, not compete with it. Now compare these two fillings. One immediately spreads, the other holds its shape. That difference determines whether your finished macarons look professional or messy. Too much liquid weakens the filling. Warm filling becomes softer than it should. Sometimes the solution is simply giving it enough time to chill before piping. Other times, the balance of ingredients needs adjustment. The goal isn't making the filling stiff. The goal is making it stable enough to support the shells while remaining smooth and creamy when someone takes the first bite. When both the shells and the filling work together, that's when macarons become truly memorable. The next time your macarons fail, don't throw away the lesson. Every missing foot, every hollow shell, every crack, every sticky bottom, every runny filling is your macarons trying to teach you something. Once you stop seeing those problems as failures and start seeing them as clues, everything changes. You stop guessing. You stop changing 5 different things at once. You make one correction, you bake another batch, and every batch becomes better than the last. That's how confident macaron bakers are made. If this tutorial helped you understand what your macarons have been trying to tell you, let me know in the comments which clue you've seen most often. If you'd like more key lime baking tutorials, click the next video on your screen. Subscribe to Key Lime Delights, and I'll see you in the next video.